met, and I've heard because one of the close friend of mine, her son actually works for Vice.
Oh,
so
nice.
I've seen some of the stuff that he's done, and shout out to Catherine.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So, yeah. So,
Very nice.
There you go.
All right, I have my one and only.
Okay.
So you caught me. I'm pretty sure you know what it is. John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum.
Yes.
I was lucky enough to get this guy to come out with me, and we watched it in the theater in Dolby Atmos, I think it's called.
Which is a good
360 sound.
It's a really dope experience. If you guys have never been to it, it's a dope experience.
Fun fact, it was the exact same theater I saw Atomic Blonde in for the first time too.
Okay.
So parallels there. Boom.
First
cheap plug for the pin.
First time I saw it was that screening.
I know that I told you about, right?
Yeah.
For Comic-Con, he went and he got to see Atomic Blonde for free.
Oh, nice.
And Charlize
was there. She came out and introduced the film, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
She was like, "Hope you guys love this." Blah, blah, blah.
And you were just like, "Oh, he skated in his pants a little bit." Right
skate.
Continue.
All right, so yeah, John Wick 3 is everything you could hope for in the next installment of this crazy action franchise. Keanu is the king. Yeah?
Fuck yeah. Man that never ages.
Right? Once again, I don't know how he's keeping up with this because this movie does not slow down whatsoever.
Good.
It is absolutely bonkers. They topped Chapter 2 somehow.
Which seemed impossible.
It definitely seemed like an impossible feat, but of course, leave it to Chad. Once again, crazy director, crazy fight choreography from beginning to finish.
So clean.
Solid story.
Yeah.
The arcs, everything connects, makes sense perfectly. It picks up right where 2 left off. If you're familiar, you can appreciate that. And of course, the pit bull, blue nose.
Oh yeah, beautiful creature.
Dog.
Yes.
Right? He just calls him dog.
Oh, yeah. Good dog.
I highly recommend go spend your money on this movie.
Yes.
Although you guys already are doing that, so thank you.
Yes. See it again
for supporting rated R films.
The more you support rated R films, the more we get.
We're gonna get,
Exactly.
for sure. And it doesn't get more violent or ferocious than this. Some of the there's gonna be new stuff you haven't seen him do yet.
Yeah.
Believe me,
like
man.
overkill.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Oof. And they make the round table or the high table look even meaner.
Yeah.
They actually I was so impressed with the fact that I feared for John. I was like, oh, like is he gonna be able to handle himself?
There's
anymore?
definitely times, where I was like, oh shit, this is it. Like, I don't know, man. How's he getting out of this?
Yeah, but anyway, in any event, go watch it. Go watch all of them.
Yeah.
Last week I wrecked the first 2.
Rewatch the first 2 and then go see this.
Yes.
Please.
It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
And then on to the next segment.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the movie focus of the week.
Alright, so we're talking about Diego's pick for the week. It's Vanilla Sky. It's from 2001. It runs 2 hours and 17 minutes. It's got a 42 on Rotten. It's directed by the great Cameron Crowe, who you guys might have known. He did Jerry Maguire, Say Anything, tons of stuff.
Good movies.
My synopsis that I wrote.
Oh shit, get ready everybody.
Damn,
A young man struggles to find his identity after being in a devastating car accident.
That was perfect.
In a nutshell, right?
Perfect.
So, Diego, tell us why you wanted to talk about this film and what it means to you on a personal level.
So I chose this film. It's always so when I was going through a rough time, back in 2009, I started really analyzing this movie. started really paying attention to the undertones in this movie. And it's crazy once you pay attention to it that anything you do does have a consequence, no matter what. And some people try to rectify by excusing themselves from doing doing something, and it's always been it always kind of like reminds me every time I see this movie, and I see something different. I notice something different in every single time that I watch this movie, and it kind of brings me back to who I am as a person. Then it's like, whatever I do it with a purpose, and not, I don't jump into things. I always do something with a purpose, and that's what this movie kind of hits home for me because of so many things I've done in my life. I mean, I am impulsive. I do a lot of stuff impulsively, but I also do it with a purpose, not with a sentiment of just to do it. Do it with such a high purpose, and who the fuck doesn't love Cameron Diaz in this shit? Because she's fucking bonkers in this motherfucker.
She is insane. She plays the crazy girl pretty convincingly.
And yeah, so I mean and I chose it because I feel it's gonna turn 20 almost soon.
Yeah.
So might as well just touch on it right now. I mean, so.
Okay.
Nice.
Plus, we haven't seen it forever. I know you guys haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in like over a year or so.
Yeah, it's true. What are some of the? So you were bringing up the soundtrack. What are some of the bands on here?
REM, Radiohead. I think Bob Dylan is in there too.
Beach Boys, right?
Beach Boys.
Yep.
Fuck, there's so many tracks on on this. Looper. Looper's in here. There's so many fucking. Paul McCartney. He sings this title track.
The original song?
Yeah, that was an original song. But yeah, it's out on vinyl. If you guys pick it up, it's fine. If I have to rate this movie, I would give it maybe like a 7, 6.5.
And it's your number one, and you're giving it.
Yeah, dude, I told you I'm highly critical of my stuff.
Okay.
The reason why is because it's actually an original. There's actually another movie, Spanish movie called Abre tus ojos, which
97.
which where they take all the story from and stuff, and they just kind of rewrite it here and there. But it's actually a wick, like a really stranger movie than it looks and shit.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, and for all these guys, I'd say that's my number one. Yes, but I'm highly critical of and openly criticize anything. So, I mean,
like a true film snob. Just kidding, sir.
Nice.
Just kidding.
Nah.
James, what do you think about this? I noticed while we were screening it, you seemed really into it. So
yeah, I don't think I've actually seen this movie
all the way through.
I think I've maybe seen up until the point where the car crashes. That's about it.
That's funny enough. That's all I can remember too.
Yeah, and maybe I did see the movie. I did see this movie, and that's all I remember of it. But that scene in particular,
I do remember the mask.
Yeah, I remember the mask too.
I remember her saying like "Open your eyes,"
yeah,
or whatever, and then of course the speech, Cameron Diaz speech, because it's it's crazy
in the car.
Yeah.
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 You know.
Yeah.
You know. You already said it last episode.
They made a promise together.
It's like a promise.
What promise? But no, I honestly going into this, I was like, "Fuck, I don't think I'm gonna like this movie," because I don't remember anything about it, and I was like, "It must not be that good." But that was probably a long time ago. when I
2001, man.
Yeah, when I saw this.
Little kid, right?
Yeah. But this was actually a really good movie, a really cool trip. Seeing this guy kind of hallucinate in like mind-bending realities and him tripping out, basically. I think it was a pretty cool way to do this. I don't know. I can't reference it from the original.
Yeah, but you could tell like it's just like a metamorphosis about in it. But it's just like you kind of have to. It's one of those movies. It's like a Clockwork Orange where you have to see it like several times to kind of to kind of get what the meaning of this movie is.
It was. I really enjoyed the one of the lines. I think I don't remember who originally said it, but it was every minute that passes you by is a minute you can use to turn it all around, to turn everything around, which I think is a pretty cool quote from this movie. Also, the saddest girl to ever hold a martini.
that is the funniest shit.
But yeah, this is a really good movie, and
I'll tell you in another life.
I didn't
when
think
we're both cats.
Yeah, I didn't think this was going to be good, but surprised me. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Rating,
I'd probably give it a 7. Yeah, pretty good though.
Nice.
What about you, Swan?
So
Swan facts.
I wasn't sure. I was hoping I was gonna like this.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a whole lot of Tom Cruise movies that I would say like I would buy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Edge of Tomorrow. Some of the Mission Impossibles are all right. But yeah, this one was good. It's a psychological thriller.
Oh yeah.
And it hasn't aged too badly either.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it really it holds up. It doesn't try to be too fancy. They keep everything kind of like how do you say, like the nuances are great and not too in your face, or they're not trying to do too much with the subject matter. They kind of just play things out, and it's very held together by the acting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically just the acting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure most of this budget went to the big actors, to be honest.
This was the cast was surprising. Everyone that was coming into this movie,
Pretty
I
solid.
I didn't expect Kurt Russell to be in this.
Or Michael Shannon.
Yeah, Michael Shannon, who's in there
looking like a baby.
like his first fucking film ever. But yeah,
I know you guys marked out for that. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, me and Wes both noticed him at the same time. I was like, holy shit, whoa.
And then the doctor who's in it towards the end, I think is the villain from Star Wars. He's in A Place Beyond the Pines. He's in a bunch of stuff, but he's just super young. But yeah, he's the general. I
think
or
so.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Which I forgive me, guys. I forget his name at the moment. But yeah, lots of talent in this.
Mm-hmm.
Very well done, especially for a remake.
I
think it holds its own. It's like its own. How do you say, like tethering to another level, which is interesting. I love the direction, the palette. The filters and stuff that they use were great. I thought Tom Cruise was really good.
Yeah.
Because especially at this time, he was kind of pigeonholed as this certain type of actor, and it was cool to see him kind of lean out and do something a little different.
Yeah.
You know, something that challenged him a little more. And I think it's a fun movie. I had fun watching it with you guys. The music brings it together.
Oh yeah.
A little tighter too. Cameron Diaz, I don't think that she's sorry for anybody who's a fan, but I don't think she's that good of an actress, but in this she pulls it off.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty believable. She doesn't have that much screen time, but when she does, she kind of steals the show.
Yeah.
And I respect that. What else can I say about this?
Penelope Cruz.
Oh yeah, Penelope's really good.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with her. She's good. She's actually spoiling a Swan fact, but she stars in the original as well.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So it's
Dang.
like it's a huge Easter egg,
Yeah.
which is